November 5th, 2021. Houston, Texas. The Astroworld Festival opens its gates to over 50,000 excited fans. For many, it's a long-awaited escape, an electrifying return to live music. But that night will become one of the darkest in concert history. 10 lives lost, hundreds injured. A celebration turned into a catastrophe. You're listening to Astroworld, the tragedy that shook music, a reflection on how it happened, who was responsible, and what it means for the future of live events. Travis Scott's Astroworld wasn't just a festival, it was an empire, a carnival-themed spectacle curated by the rapper himself. The annual event had grown quickly, promising immersive visuals, surprise guests, and the raw energy Travis Scott was famous for. We'd been waiting all year. Everyone was pumped. We didn't think anything could go wrong. A lot of survivors said. But warning signs were there. Houston police had expressed concern over crowd control. Security was limited. Staff reported receiving little to no training. They handed me a vest and said good luck. That was the extent of it, one security guard said. Despite past crowd incidents at Scott's performances, the show was greenlit by sundown. Tens of thousands had packed into the main stage area. At 9:02 p.m., Travis Scott began his set. The surge started immediately. People pushed forward, and space quickly evaporated. You couldn't move your arms. People were collapsing. It was like drowning, but you're standing, eyewitnesses noticed. Fans screamed for help. Some climbed camera towers, pleading for the show to stop. Paramedics couldn't reach victims through the crowd. There was no way through. We had CPR gear, but we were blocked by bodies, medical staff recall. The music continued. For 37 minutes, the set played on. When it ended, 10 people had died from compression asphyxia. The youngest death was just 9 years old. In the days that followed, grief turned into outrage. Lawsuits stacked up. Over 2,800 claims cited negligence, lack of safety, and disregard for crowd dynamics. Travis Scott, Live Nation, and various others were named in the lawsuits. Investigations launched, but in 2023, a grand jury declined to indict Scott or the organizers. Fans and families were divided. Some blamed Scott, others said the system failed, from law enforcement to event production. Astroworld changed the conversation. Industry leaders now emphasize crowd density monitoring and on-site emergency plans. But sadly, change had to come at a cost. 10 families live with scars that never heal. The tragedy at Astroworld will remain a chapter in the history of live music, one marked by excitement, oversight, and unimaginable loss. This was Astroworld, the tragedy that shook music, a night that should have ended in applause, not silence and silence.